Hello ladies, I just came to show you that this is a different braiding technique that I've done. I've put little braids here. This is going to be my part. This is how I'm going to make the part with these little braids. And then in the back, we have the regular size braids that I usually do all going back. Like that. And what you're going to do, you're going to connect the bottom. After you braided the little braids, you're going to add it into your first braid. And as you take that first braid, you're going to connect them all, because you don't want them hanging. Connect them at the bottom. When you get all the way around, you're going to connect. Go ahead and braid it, your braid all the way to the end. You're going to connect it over here. You're going to sew it in, or sew it down right here. And there we have it. Alright, if you want to know the name of this hair, it's called Princess Tangle Free Ultra Premium Quality. It's a 16 inches and the color is a number 4. We're doing a two-tone, putting brown on the bottom. And I got one more track. I just want to show you where I'm going to add my last track. I'm going to add it here to have brown on the side. I'll make my way all the way around to the other side. And I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to take it all the way up. I'm going to stop right about here. Okay, instead of going all the way around with this, I just doubled the hair right here, because I already added 4 tracks right here. I don't want it any thicker than it already is. So I took and measured where I want to stop, measured it about right here, and doubled it. I folded. That way I'll sew it on like that. There's your 2 pieces right there. When I say double, I mean 2 pieces. But I just fold it. Okay, I'm done adding the brown. Just want to show you how it looks and how much it is. And the rest, now I'm going to start adding the black. And I'm just going to keep going around until I get up here. So I'll be back to show y'all how it looks. Some of you ladies had questions about how I sewed the hair onto the track onto the hair, but here's how I do it. Sometimes I have to sew the thread into the track before I sew it onto the hair to make the connection. Okay. And then if there's a wide space in there, I would see the hair. Connect them to the braid hair. Under there. Put thread in the track and start doing it onto the hair. Like that. Stick the needle into the track. Because you don't want, I didn't want the big loop of thread in here, so I go ahead and sew it onto the track. And I go on putting it like this. You can either go up under the track, or you can put the thread into the track, the needle, like this. For instance, in the hair, there's my needle. stick it into the track, like so. Once again, stick the needle in the track with no hair. And then into the hair, just to connect it to that braid. I like that. Into the track. Then connect to the braid and the track. Whenever you're in the middle of the braid here, this is when you want to stick the needle into the track and then go to the hair and the braid, the track and the braid. I hope you get the general idea how I do this. I'm going to get finished now, so I'm going to cut this off so I can finish. Okay, this is how far I've gotten. As you can see, I got this much of the little braids left, so I'm not going to add any more hair here as I try to finish the top part, because I'm going to save this where I can put the hair on the braid going this way. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. But this is what I got left. And right now I'm just going to focus on closing from here on back, closing this up with hair. Right in here. Okay. Alright, I've now closed in that section right here. And I'm going to begin closing this part in here. And I'll come back and give you an idea of how I've done that. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. The last small braid that I made on the top, I'm going to add the track there. And I'm going to take it all the way around here. I'm going to sew it all the way around here and connect it on this braid here. The first braid from the forehead. Kind of like that. I'll come back and show you how it's going to look because I'm trying to hold the camera. Okay, this is how it's going to look. I've sewn the track on the first braid from the forehead. And I'll come back and let you see how this look after I've sewn all these on. Okay, so far I've added tracks on the first two braids. What I think I'm going to do here is just cut off tracks the length of the braid until I get here, because I've already put tracks on all this. So I'm just going to add tracks on the braids and then work on this side over here. Okay, this is how far I've gotten. I've sewn the tracks all the way on this side over here, except for the last one. I'm going to save that and try to hook the closure piece onto that. But I did 3 of them over here, and I got 3 left. And I'll be back to show you how I finish it. Apart. And I'll I'll be done after I close this up. And I'll be back to show y'all how I do that. Okay, what I'm going to have to do is cut a little piece of track and place it out here and here, because I got to cut the part off. You don't want your part too long. I'm going to do just like this, and that'll bring the part to an end right there. Okay, this is what I mean by cutting off your part, making it look shorter. Just add a piece right across there where you stop. And there you go. And shorten it. Alright, let me work on this, and I'll be back. Okay, I've got that one done. Now I'm going to add another one. And make it real small. That way I won't have to make a little closure. Okay, just made my closure. And put it in. And I'll let you see how it looks when I get back. Alrighty. That's my closure. And that's the part. Right there. And this is how the brown is going to end up at the bottom tip of the hair. And that's the finished look. Pictures at the end.